Hi everyone and welcome. So I was planning on putting together just like a little inspo video on adding a little Christmas charm using your trash and stash to make pieces for your junk journals, and I ran across an issue and I need your guys' help. So before I get into that part, I just want to give a quick shout out to this beautiful soul. So I have a video on what are they called? Pumpkin folios. And I will link it down below if you guys are interested in it. There is like a freebie pumpkin download in it. So this beautiful soul not only downloaded the freebie, but also purchased one of the fall pumpkin folio kits, and then made the sweetest video on this site. I don't know if I can say that on here, if it's kind of like frowned upon like it is when you're over on here and you say like YouTube. But this is where you can find her, and I don't know her. I've never met her. Someone sent me the video and I was like, oh my gosh, I was so happy to see it. So she does junk journaling stuff. So go check her out. This is her name, Michelle, and I did send you a message. It was from my personal account. Like I said, I don't really do much on there. So I just want to say thank you. So make sure you read over that. And thank you so much. I appreciate you. So you guys go show her some love if you want. Let me get closer here. So yeah, okay. So now to my problem. So I've spent the last, I don't know, day or so creating these little Christmas charm pieces to add to your junk journals. Now, as you guys know, I'm sure it's no secret, I also sell on Etsy. So, and I've been doing like digital design style stuff personally. I was going through like some of my old stuff, and it was like 2006. 2006 is as far back as I can go where it's actually horrendous, but when I actually started making like digital stuff, and it was scrapbooking back then. So, and I've evolved over time. I've been doing this a long time, but it's always been personal. And with that being said, when you go to design stuff for people, you want to make sure that they're happy. You want to make sure that you put out quality things. You want to make sure that of course your designs work. And I don't know how many times I've purchased stuff, digital kits. I mean, not a lot, but there's been times where you're super excited for a kit and you download it and I'm like, they obviously don't do junk journaling because this doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't go together right. So when I was researching tags, pretty much it looked like the census was to add, you know how when you put your eyelet holes in, it was to pre-add those. And I gotta say, I am not a fan. I don't know. Now I know some different designs have like, you really need it for the design, and that's fine. But why would you add it to your tags like this? I don't know. To me, it makes no sense at all. So I need to know, is it just me or is it everyone else too? So what I have done, I've created a freebie for you guys because I would like to know your opinion. So on the first one, it's 2 pages. So on the first one, I went ahead, and this is like 3/16 size little hole or eyelet spots. So this is page 1, and this one has the eyelet holes. This one does not. So I am definitely team no holes, and I want to know what the census is. Are you guys team hole or team no hole? Because I just gotta say, it drives me insane, and let me show you why. So we'll start with this first one here, and this is one of the first one I was working on. My sewing machine ate part of it, so that is now part of my intentional tag look. But I was gluing, I always add something on the back, or not always, but a lot of times I add something on the back. And when I was adding, like, I don't know, the holes don't line up right. I don't know. I just don't like it. So in any case, let me know down in the comments. And for that freebie, you guys can download that. I'll link it in the description box for you guys. And then if you're interested, everything I'm going to show you for here on out is actually from my kit. And I will link that down below if you guys are interested in that. That one, there's several different parts of the kit. And then you can bundle it all together, and they all kind of have the same cohesive look on everything. So I will link that down below too. But let's talk about these little Christmas style things you can add into your journal. So this is the first one, And like I said, this is like a trash and stash video. So a lot of this, like this part right here, is actually from cardboard from my Amazon delivery. So this is of course what cardboard looks like before. And you can figure out what side. Now this is just inspo. If you guys want like tutorial videos on doing it, I thought about doing a tutorial video on each of these, and I was kind of like, it is probably on the internet somewhere if they really wanted it. So let me know down in the description box if you guys want a detailed video on how to make these. So for the cardboard itself, I figure out what side has the paper that peels off, and then I will spray this with just mist it with some water, set it aside, let it soak for a minute. You don't want to drench it, and this stuff will peel right off. And then I added on some paint onto them, so just some white paint. So this one was heavier paint, so I painted it white and then added a little distressing on the edge. And then this one doesn't have as much paint on it, so you can kind of see the different look. And obviously I have a style this year. I tend to gravitate towards one look. I don't know why. So and then for this part right here, let me show you. Now you've probably seen this online as well. Obviously I didn't come up with this idea, but this is the packaging paper from that same delivery. So you'll get it. It will look a lot messier than this. I folded it up. But you just crumple it up, take your ink, rub it on there, uncrinkle it, and then add some like blue water mixture, paint it onto it, and let it dry. And this is what you get. So that right there. And then I just took some embroidery thread, and all I did was I marked where the center was at the top, and then made 2 marks at the bottom, and took a ruler and just made spots on where I was going to put that through. And then this is what I came up with. This one I actually got at, I want to say it was Hobby Lobby a few years ago in the ribbon section, but it's really cute. So I added that on, added some stitching. And this is actually, oh, is it going to be a video of me saying actually? I don't know. My last video I said so, I'm pretty sure 100 times. So I think that, oopsie, so I think it's a nervous thing. So I apologize if I say it a million times. I really don't mean to. And I am very nervous. So hopefully it's not, shining through too much. But this is a hidden paper clip. So let me just show you. Goodness gracious. So little hidden paper clip, and it's got its tab. I love hidden paper clips, they're my fave. And then I also added a pocket on the side, so you can, I should do it this way so you guys can see. Come on. And then this is also for my kit. Most of the stuff, I don't know if I said that already, most of the stuff is from my kit. So pocket on the corner pocket on the front. And yeah, so that is the first one. Beautiful. Now this one, I'm going to say the look on it is, I really like it, but my overall of the actual piece, my least favorite of all of these. So this one, I just took some scrap paper, glued a piece of that, I want to keep saying it's corrugated metal, but it's not. It just gives me that feel of the cardboard. And then I took a book page, distressed the edges, and put it on there. And then I took little squares and folded them into little shapes to make a tree. And then added more of the cardboard down here. And I drew my own star. Not the best star, but it is a star. And then this is the back side. Like I said, not my favoriteest of them all, but I have a tuck spot at the top. And then the next tuck spot or little pocket. And then this one is an expandable envelope. So I just put some Velcro, and I ran out of white Velcro. So I had to use black. So it's like, hey, look at me. And this is just an expandable pocket. Now, I did put little pieces in here. Why, you may ask? Because this front part also acts as a tuck spot. So, and I'm not a fan of tuck spots when they don't hold the pieces. It drives me insane. I won't use them. So, but I wanted to give it a try. So let me show you guys. This actually holds the pieces. Watch it not hold it now. Let's see. So there we go. And everything stays in place. I love it. So yeah, that one is option number 2, or idea number 2. Then we'll go to, this is probably one of my favorites. And this one, same thing. And most of these pieces, I started, like the scrap pieces were all less than a 6x6, except for this folio piece here. So, and then for the like pieces here, I got this at Hobby Lobby a couple weeks ago, but I bought it because I saw it last year and I was so mad that I didn't get it. And then of course I'll use it. I've used it now. So justified purchase. All right, so for this one, a scrap piece, your little cardboard. Then I cut a triangle out of a scrap piece of paper, and then I took book pages. I ripped the book pages into triangles, and I think I did 4 of them. And then I folded it into 4 sections, and then ripped them and inked the edges so you can kind of, it's harder to see on camera, but you can kind of see the layered look that you get throughout. And then I added in, it wasn't enough, so I went ahead and added in some eyelets. And then tied some, this is just embroidery thread with some beads on it. How cute is that, right? So back is blank, so that way you can glue it into your journal. But this is actually an accordion envelope. So in here I have just tag ideas. This one is some ribbon with some paper, and this piece wasn't long enough, so I cut it in half and glued it onto my ribbon first, and then I attached this piece down the center. So first one, and then just like a journaling spot. I guess I don't need to put them away. And another little journaling spot. Look how good that coffee dyed paper turned out. I love when it does that. And then, I don't know if I said these, but this is actually going to be gifts for people. So I make dehydrated, I make sourdough. So I also have dehydrated sourdough starter. So I made a little pocket for that and little label for that. So I'll give that to her. And I figured like it was the perfect little spot. You can store it there for who knows how long. All right, on to the last one. Now this one did take bigger pieces. I think I've said that. But I took, let's start with the back. So of course your cardboard with your cardstock, and this piece is a 12-inch long piece. I'm not sure on the width, but 12-inch long. And then I took my cardboard. This is a coffee filter, a circle coffee filter. And then I cut some larger circles out of my book. Can you see there? Distressed the edges and just folded it up. And I don't know if I've said this, but if you guys want tutorials on this, let me know. And I will happily do tutorials for you. So then this is the front. Some more little circles. And I want to say this was my 2-inch, 1.5 or 2-inch punch. Made little ones like that, just to bring everything together. And then look at this charm. I got it at a garage sale a while back ago, and I just thought it fit perfectly on there. All right, so on the inside, now for this, it was actually an envelope. So I just took, not the same kind of envelope, but this is, you know, junk envelope. And I opened it up and I glued paper. Let me show you. Decorative paper on the back so you can kind of see it in there. And then of course the window does get weak, so I added in some pieces there. And then created 3 different little pockets or tuck spot, or yeah, pockets for that. So that way you can kind of see here. I added some stitching in. My sewing machine, I don't know if I said this, but my sewing machine's been messing up. I had to give it a good cleaning today, and it's been running good since. So I was able to make 3 pockets with that. Little ephemera in there. So yeah. All right, so those are just some ideas. Let me know down in the description box if you guys are interested in tutorials on those. I hope you guys like your free download. Make sure to let me know in the comments. Are you team hole or a team no hole? I'm really curious on your guys' feedback because it drives me insane. I don't know. I like this one. It looks okay, but I haven't done nothing to the back yet. I don't know. Okay, so any case, hope you guys have a beautiful day. Take care, and yeah, bye.